Holy fuck, boys. I was freaking out. I was definitely freaking out. We do not like 2 to 3 series. If we lost that, we would have been 3rd place. Would have been very bad. Would have been very, very bad. Oh, I'm fucking cooked. I am so fucking cooked, man. Alright, let's pull this shit up, guys. Give me a second and I'll pull this shit up and we're gonna watch the games and talk about them. Oh, fucking Christ, man. Those games were awesome to watch. Too many cross kills, guys. Too many cross kills. Well, BM Hunters in 2v2 is disgust. BM Hunters in 2v2 are just disgust. It is what it is. What's the reasoning for Turbo ever MLD into GG yesterday? Well, we always lost the RPS as a Mage Lock Druid. You can't kill them. The thing is, as Mage Lock Druid, if a team doesn't want to die to you, they won't die to you if they run. They just won't die for a really long time. If they want to do that, they can do that. And then in Damp, anything can happen. Like, you can't actually run away from an Ass Rogue in Damp. And then it becomes super fucking sketchy. And then you can just play Turbo and win the game. You can make the Rogue uninstall, yeah, but he presses Sprint with a maneuverability talent, so he can't be slowed. And then once he gets on the Warlock, he doesn't get off the Warlock. I mean, you can port, but he just chases, and then every second he's attacking the Warlock, it's miserable. And then I can't cast because there's a Shaman, and then the Priest is just pumping. The thing about MLD is it's strong when the game is slow. As soon as you crank it up a notch and can't get away, it falls apart very fast.
Let's see.
Alright, well, let's watch. Let's watch. See what happens. Yeah, this game was boring as fuck. They just got weenified. Let's watch the end.
And I mean, at this point, Smexin, he doesn't.
The cam was mirrored. I know. I just want to pause and say something here. The quality is shit. There's nothing that makes me happier than when the enemy healers completely and they're all behind a pillar getting AoE'd.
Doesn't take too much damage, and
it really hits the spot.
It could be a winning scenario. They get a full trap here on the Cubs.
It really hits the
spot.
spot.
They're going after
like right now.
With all the time. Bad move right there, and that's gonna mean that Weapon can just port back at full HP here. He also has an ice block to work with, about a second ice block, and then a second chaos bolt for Schmexin, and he is going to go straight to the graveyard on that one. Unfortunately,
I know it's probably so fucking toxic.
Not able to execute there,
but I love this.
There was a couple of close calls actually.
Okay, so playing into LE BM Hunter, we weren't sure, and I think they weren't sure either, what would happen in dampening. I think now we realize that it's a bit sketchy for us in dampening, because Cubsy's healing obviously goes down a lot, even though his healing is still fucking insane. The one thing against this is, from my perspective, I thought we were going to win in dampening. I thought the Priest wouldn't be able to heal the damage, and that quickly changed as the game went on. But I thought we would just be able to AFK and win, to be honest. Like, I didn't think a Holy Priest could be able to heal this shit. But what they were doing was, Chun was just always at a pillar, always weaning. Like, he was offensive trinketing sheeps for no reason, just to do more damage. And Smexin was just running around the pillar the whole time. So it was insanely hard for us to bolt, it was insanely hard for us to frostbolt. Like, look at this shit. The Priest is out the room, the Shaman goes this way, the Hunter's here too. How the fuck are we actually meant to cast on this guy? Like, look at Gordy's positioning. He can't shoot. I'm trying to shoot, but I have to walk into them. And they're just like weaning us. And the thing that's super scary about this is every minute, Chun can just stun Cubsy into a full trap. And I can't play Imp. It's not good to play Imp because, first of all, I need to CS the Shaman. And secondly, he can Hunter's Mark to cover the trap. So it's like really fucking ass for us. It's really fucking ass for us. We're just like forced to push in. Like, look at this. They just get a trap, I go to 50%. Imagine this in Damp. This is so hard to heal in Damp. Like, we're just dying and they're not really. We can't really cast on them. It's actually so fucking sketchy. You don't know how you can cast on the Hunter, you just feign deaths every 15 seconds? Yeah, the Hunter's not a target. The only target is the Priest and the Shaman. And you're not really going to be able to run
Chanimal is actually taking
a Priest,
tremendous amount of damage. I think Smexin's having a lot more fun on his Elemental Shaman, being able to do damage on, like,
Merry Christmas, thank you. Sub Chewy.
And they've been
where the fuck you been past few days? Practicing! I'm fucking practicing, so we get first.
Ticky's out of crowd control and recovering
but,
now. Good trade by Ticky.
Man, this quality is so bad. Can I refresh? Maybe it's still processing or something. 1929.
Chanimal is
no,
actually
still
taking
ass.
a tremendous amount of damage. I think Smexon's having a lot
But yeah,
more fun on his elemental shaman.
this
being
matchup
able
is
to
just
do
super
damage
fucking hard. Like,
unlike
look
his
at this
warrior
shit.
against this
We're trying to stand in
composition.
between and do damage,
And
but
they've
there's
been
shear, there's
practicing
grounding, there's
this
hunter
one,
kick,
but now they
there's
need to
hunter
be on
silence. I think he was
defense.
playing as well.
Smexon's dipping low here in game number 2.
Chastise,
Ticky's
fade
out of
from the
crowd control,
healer,
recovering
just
now.
to avoid everything, and then
Good
there's
by
just
Ticky.
instant healing the whole
Wealthy
time.
looks to be the target at the
The thing against Holy Priest you have to remember is that if you can't actually pressure hard enough, the Holy Priest is able to coast with instant serenities. If you can actually pressure the Holy Priest and force him to cast and not heal just instant serenities, that's your winning position.
moment. Smexon's got a light.
Like, either you completely damp them and hope it works, or you run in and force him to use his serenity charges and then actually start killing them. Because if you do this half-ass shit where you're like in between doing nothing, he just serenities the fool and just weans you.
Lasso,
And you're
holding him
losing in
down
that
here
situation.
for the Hunter Chun-Li to go to town. Wealthy man.
What's up,
gonna try
Maddie?
and blink
So true,
back.
yep.
Cubsy interrupted. Chun-Li and Tiki looking like they want to move in and try and get aggressive. They get a psychic screen.
Ellie Shaman's
They
really
get a
annoying
freezing
for
trap.
Mage
Chanimal
Lock.
could be in trouble. They're swapping to I love the swaps.
Like,
They get a
look at this
psychic-
shit, okay? So look at
Cubsy
my health.
interrupted. Chun-Li
I'm at like
and
90%,
Tiki
right?
looking like they want to move in and
They
try
fear
and get
Cubsy,
aggressive. They get a psychic
and they
screen
just
on
start
the
shooting
Cubsy.
me.
If they get a freezing trap,
And it's all
Chanimal could be in
instant.
trouble. They're
It's
swapping
all
I
instant.
love the swaps by Spacestation Gaming.
Like, the BM Hunter, obviously, is a hunter. He doesn't need to cast, right? And then the Ellie Shaman, all he has to do is get some procs and just shoot out some meatballs. And it's enough damage with, like, a trap or a fear or something to scare me and make me fuck off.
Really playing around
Whereas
the
we have to
weakness of the
cast.
restoration druid,
So,
and they actually get medallion
at this
from
point in
Cubsy
the
as a
game, I was
result.
like thinking,
So
we're not
attack
going to
the
win
mage
this
when you don't have
long.
crowd
It's just too
control.
sketchy.
Cubsy has to
Our
lock the
damage is
mage,
all
or else the mage
casted. There's
will
no
die.
instant.
And
We
then
need to
switch
actually
the
go and
warlock
do
when
some
you have
things
crowd
and
control.
get CC on the
I really
healer.
like this tactic
And
from
I was getting pretty
Spacestation.
frustrated in this game, and I was like telling
It's
Gordy
caused
to
a
move
lot of
up.
pressure so far.
Because
I really like this tactic.
what Gordy was
from
doing here,
Spacestation.
he was just trying to like frostbolt him and
Yeah,
play
it's
safe
caused a
and
lot of
damp,
pressure so
but I
far.
didn't think it
Cubsy's
was
had to burn
working. I
through
guess
a
I
lot
didn't
of
really
mana.
like convey that
Full
well
stun
enough.
onto Cubs.
I wanted
Deep.
Gordy to
Do
like
they
run
have the
in and
crowd
shoot the
control?
healer.
Wealthy man just sitting there trying to eat the trap,
I
and
know
he
there's
does.
fade and
Great
depth and stuff,
positioning
but
there by Wealthy
right
man.
here,
It's gonna
what was happening
slow
wasn't
down
really
Spacestation
feeling
Gaming's
good.
offense just a little bit, but
And I
the
got pretty
central
annoyed this
pillar
game, and I
has
wanted
been
him to just
difficult
run
for
in.
Chanimal and Wealthy man really get
But
too
we
much
talked
going
about it
in
after
terms
this
of
game.
offense. Ticky's been doing a great job.
Yo,
with
Waz,
his
thank
mana
you,
so
man.
far.
Thank
Wealthy
you,
man
and
getting
congrats to you as well
absolutely
for
blasted
qualifying to the
in
finals.
Spacestation Gaming.
Holy fuck, man.
Really
Big
putting
stress games
pressure
today.
here
Really
on
stressful
Cloud9.
games today.
Yeah, Wealthy man now.
Oh, but it's all over now. It's all over now. For 2 weeks, I can play Classic. It's good times. Good times.
And Wealthy man, of course, eating that trap earlier was very key.
How pathetic did I find the Integrity damp matches with the Warlock? I didn't watch them yet. We're gonna get to that after this series.
No healing over time effects. Now Cubs gonna have to swap those over here, getting his big life blooms, getting his rejuvenation there now.
I think the start to this game was like super boring.
Now and go for him. They can keep that pressure going.
There's nothing that really happens. Like, we tried to push in on top of the Shaman. I tried to fear him into bolts and shit, but it was just too hard to CC the healer and run at the guy at the same time. And the whole time we're doing this, we're like lining Cubsy and dying too. So it's super sketch.
Big pressure now onto anybody they want to go after. Beautiful.
When are the knockout stage games? 2 weeks? Finals?
Play it greedy, gets wind sheared on the crossbow.
Mir, MIR. Why you didn't play MLDs against Golden Guardians? Because it's not good into their comps. We're just gonna get damped. They win in damp. I'm gonna skip ahead to the end of this game.
Maybe forcing a second ice block.
Why is the
here.
quality so
Wealthy
bad?
has to be extremely careful there.
Fuck.
Cubsy keeping him alive, but still the pressure is amazing here from Spacestation. Careful there, Cubsy.
Oh yeah, right here. The thing is, when we're playing Mage Lock Druid and we queue into teams, when we get triple Shadow Furies and we orb this and counter it, it's like super good. But the Holy Priest actually doesn't because the damage is just coming in so slowly. And the Hunter doesn't actually take damage. The Hunter can just AFK like this. Like, normally when we're doing this, we're not taking damage, and they're dying, but we're actually somehow fucking dying during our go. It's so baffling. It's so baffling. Like, I got NS to full and I'm still dying.
And Chanimal pushing in, but he's not feeling 100% safe. He is quite low on HP.
It's super fucking troll.
On the fear by Smexon, and now
Check if
Chanimal
quality's on
set up some
1080p.
crowd control, looking to stop the drink at least of Cubsy, and more pressure here onto Wealthy man. This is really anybody's game.
Nothing new about that one.
Spacestation Gaming can maintain their mana. I think they'll be in a good position, and they so
Thank
far
you,
have been able
Matt Cho.
to.
I forgot.
I almost think that Wealthy Man is just going to fall over we're going to get into a deep dampening
What healer
stage,
should I
and
make or DPS
Cubsy
for next
will no
patch?
longer be able to heal
BM
him.
Hunter?
More
Arms
and more is going
Warrior?
to be the case. I think Chanimal
Not sure
realizes
for
this
healer.
as well. He's moving in on top of Spacestation Gaming to try and become a target, maybe look for some crowd control as well. Stormkeeper, Smexon's trying to fake out some interrupts.
I need to get a
Cubsy
drink for
sneaks
this,
in
boys.
stealth,
I need to
looking
get a
for stun.
drink.
Finds
I think
none
Chanapay
of
gets
nobody
drunk
here.
today.
Looks like he got pulled out of stealth. They could use
Yes.
flare on the door to
That's a
stop
good idea.
Cubsy from sneaking in as well. I'd really like to see that. Cubsy into the stun. Wealthy Man blinks
That is
far
a good
away.
idea.
Frost Novaing the pets, waiting for Cubsy. Cubsy actually uses Medallion. They're even poking Cubsy a little bit here, but the pets are overextended of Chun-Li. He's retreating back in the room to try and resurrect it. I think it did go down. Revive pet. Cubsy's got Ursul's Vortex in the room. If he tries to move, he's going to get pulled out, I think. But he managed to resurrect the pet. The Infernal Stun was a little bit out of range. And now they're in the room, but Wealthy Man and Chanimal want to get aggressive. They don't want this going to any deeper of dampening. They know that Chun-Li and Smexon will out-damage them.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really difficult situation to be in, but they're
Should've
pushing
been
forward. The
forward,
Tremor
but
Totem lands.
it is
Tiki's
what it
still
is.
into a Polymorph. Finally, a big Serenity is going to be in, but
They know
It's
that
kind of
Chun-Li and
crazy. Look at this
Smexon
shit,
will
guys.
out-damage them.
So we're pushing in, right?
this is a really
And we have
difficult
CC on the
situation
enemy
to be in, but
healer,
they're pushing forward. The Tremor
and I'm
Totem
just
lands.
dying to the
Tiki's
BM
still
Hunter
into
pet.
a
I'm actually just dying to the
Polymorph.
fucking BM
Finally, a
Hunter.
big Serenity is going to be landing with that Guardian Spirit.
Oh
It's actually
shit.
going to be A-okay, but it's
I
overlapped a
got
little
too
bit
late.
with the Astral Shift, so a small victory. That being said, Wealthy Man taking a huge hit of damage. Cubsy forced to trade out the Iron Bark. Mana still in favor of Space Station Gaming. This game is looking pretty good.
What are you
Wealthy
drinking?
Man
Bottle
low,
cider?
Smexon at the same time. He gets interrupted and blasted. Wealthy Man trying to get
I mean, he
into
pressed the
position.
CDs.
Full trap lands
Yeah,
from
I know,
Chun-Li.
but
Great job setting
the
up that
thing is,
crowd
like,
control.
it's never
Although
ending.
Wealthy Man is
It doesn't
kiting
actually
out of
stop.
LOS,
Like, if you
Chun-Li
look at
and
the,
Smexon
I'll
still
show you the
taking
damage after this
at
game and show you how much he
both
did relative
Chanimal
to everyone
and
else in the
Wealthy Man
game.
are vulnerable
And it's
to
all
this
like
style
single
of
target,
composition,
basically.
But they kind of realize they let
Sup,
the game
Clumsy?
get too damp. It's actually not their advantage, surprisingly.
Like, look at
They
the
have to
damage this
try to
whole
make a
game.
play. Smexon going to get gripped away.
Us
And for the
pushing
first
in
time, it's actually Space
and getting
Station Gaming
CC,
who's
we're
gonna be
actually
running
still
away
dying.
and looking for a reset, kind of
And it's just
taking
because
the
of BM
strategy
Hunter.
away from Cloud9.
Yeah,
I think we need to like
Cloud9
find
is the aggressor in
something
this situation,
or like a different strat or
and,
something
I
into
really
BM
like what
Hunters.
they're doing on the
Because it actually
Spacestation
feels
Gaming,
fucking
this
miserable.
keep
We're just getting
repositioning,
soloed.
have Chun-Li
Like, look
stop
what
the
Chun is
chase,
right
he
now.
stops
Let
it,
me go back
but
right here,
with
right?
yeah.
So
Running away. Smexon getting get gripped
I'm
away.
chasing
For the first time,
Smexon,
it's actually
and Tiki is under Smexon's cam right now, and they moved that to the different room. Whereas Wealthy Man Cubsy are still over here, and look at Chun. He's feared.
Space Station
He has no
Gaming,
trinket, but it's completely
who's going to be
unpunishable.
running away and looking for a
We can't
reset,
actually kill
kind of
him
taking the
because all he needs
strategy
is a second
away
to
from
feign, and then he's
Cloud9.
fine.
Yeah,
There's too much
Cloud9 is
disruption.
the aggressor
So he gets
in this
sheps,
situation,
sheps
and,
again,
I really like what
and then we
they're
start
doing
trying
on
to
the
shoot him a
Spacestation
little
Gaming,
bit.
just keep
He feigns,
repositioning,
runs into the
have
room,
Chun-Li
traps
stop the
Cubsy,
trade,
and
he
he's just
stops it there with a
he
freezing
doesn't
trap in
care.
stealth. This is
I
a
think
big
like this is the
opportunity here.
biggest
Smexon's
problem
getting
is like we can't actually punish this guy. Even if he's out of position, he has no trinket. As casters, it's actually impossible to punish him. He just has feign death on a 15-second cooldown. He's super slippery, and he doesn't need to be there to do the damage. His pet just needs to be there to do the damage. That's why it's so fucking brutal to queue into BM Hunters.
Coming out onto Wealthy Man. Tiki is just gonna sit here in the back line as well, just spamming out Holy Fire, spamming out Smites.
It is the same as Apple, but solo target, yeah.
Going, and they're gonna
I mean, he's just doing so much damage.
Damage here. I really agree with something Sid said earlier on. If they can just keep the game in this stage where they're just sitting back, using the Holy Priest stun on anyone in their line, and they're just zapping him all together with the BM Hunter and the Elemental Shaman together. And I feel like the damage is kind of
sure, Elvis. Go ahead.
Whereas Cloud9, they and make situation.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. It's because he has Stormkeeper up, and we don't want to tank random damage in damp.
Druid spends more mana faster than Tiki, and I know Smexon is falling asleep right there, but he needs to stay awake for a little bit longer here. And
yeah, the problem with this matchup, or just BM Hunters in general, first of all, I fucking hate dying to pets. I hope that Demo and BM are just never good. Dying to pets is always like the most ass gameplay. It's like just frustrating. It's like being sacrilege snared. No one enjoys it, I think, or being on the receiving end of it. But the reason why this matchup is so hard is just because the Hunter is just not a target at all. He doesn't feel afraid. He can avoid CC very, very well. Like every time I want to fear him, right? He can line of sight because he doesn't ever need to be in. He doesn't need to cast. You know, he can just weave in and out of the pillar constantly. And then he also has Feign Death on a 15-second cooldown if I manage to get the cast and he doesn't have kick. And he can even play the talent that makes him immune to fear. I don't think he played it this series though. But it's, yeah, it's kind of lame. I am playing Mage Arc, but that is kind of lame.
Smexin now actually going to come out of that rake stand. Still taking a lot of damage here. Drops the grounding totem. Should be
Kill the
enough there
pet.
to stabilize. And
We tried that, and then we tried running after the hunter, and all he does is he gets a camo, a clean camo, he feigns camos, and then summons a pet. And I tried to like rain of fire him, try to blizzard. If we don't catch him, then he just gets a new pet, and we've wasted all that time. And then he can just turtle summon as well, and he's not really a target.
Or it could be Chanimal just getting overwhelmed, but Spacestation Gaming so far.
Like, think about the way we actually need to kill a hunter. He needs to not have Ross. He needs to get stunned into a coil, and I need to get 2 bolts with Wealthy Man casting on him. And during that whole time, the other 2 have to be completely CC'd. Or have no trinkets, no grounding, no shear, otherwise he doesn't die. And then as soon as he comes out, he's completely fine. So it's really fucking hard to deal with.
But he is going to be able to survive with that.
Starling can Ross it as well. Resummoning camo is hilarious. Well, I don't think pet killing should be even like your viable strategy.
They get
I think
block
pet
as
killing's
well.
stupid.
The damage is becoming
My
overwhelming. The oddball composition, the Holy Priest, BM Hunter, Elemental Shaman is starting to cause.
Yeah, it's too hard. Was I playing Madness? No, I was playing Cinders.
And potentially going.
Madness in this matchup would be terrible because they're also slippery, and the game is going to damp, right? The game is going to go to damp if they don't fuck up, and in damp, just throwing out conflags as you're chasing them because they're not trying to sit in line for bolts anyway is more important. Like, this game was so fucking close because I randomly just conflagged Smexin when he was dying, went down to a 2v2, and there's just no way you win a 2v2 against BM Hunter. But if I played Madness this game, I would have gotten literally 0 value. I don't think I did a single back-to-back bolt this game, or even got close to landing one.
To bear blood here.
Yeah, only on the pet.
Future.
You look so relieved. Yeah, I know. I was relieved.
Can Spacestation Gaming on their last day of circuit play win a series in the circuit against Cloud9? It would be a feat of strength. They're so close.
I just don't see Madness ever being good unless you have the highest haste values ever, and then even then, I think Cinders is just too insane because conflag actually hits hard.
On top of them, but Wealthy Man is getting pushed back.
You think that's how ATK feels facing you guys? Yeah. Yeah. It's always just such a shit feeling knowing you're just gonna lose late.
Smexin's trying to duck for cover in the corner.
And there's like,
moves forward, looks for a
and the other team is just like trying to play as defensively as possible. Matchups like that just suck.
Banishing the elementals.
I mean, that's always going to be the case in WoW. You're always going to have situations like that.
Chanimal now low on health. I love the swaps. As long as Spacestation Gaming team as well moves forward, looks for a fear, lands the fear on the trinket of Tiki.
So you got a trap on Cubsy. I
banished
banished the Fire Ellie.
Banishing the pets, banishing the elementals, trying to buy time for
CS the mind games, the Kata.
out of the freezing trap. Chanimal now low on health. I love the swaps. As long as Spacestation Gaming can keep swapping targets on those hots.
And then I'm just getting lined right here. It's so AIDS to deal with. I can't even like get immolates properly.
Only one ice block left for Wealthy Man. No medallion on Cubsy. They might get the second ice block here. He's absolutely getting shredded. Interrupt onto Cubsy's heel. Wealthy Man gonna pop a blazing barrier. Stormkeeper channeled.
I ported here because he's Stormkeeper.
Interrupt onto Cubsy's heel. Wealthy Man might get the second ice block here.
Wait. Dead ass. Look, okay, so they were hitting me, yeah? They were hitting me, and now look, Chun tap targets to Wealthy Man.
Only one ice block left for Wealthy Man. No medallion.
Look at his health.
Might get the second ice block here. He's absolutely getting
Look at his health.
shredded. Interrupt onto Cubsy's heel.
What the fuck?
A blazing barrier. Stormkeeper channeled. Is Chanimal gonna? Oh, he's gonna portal. But
Chan, I'm sure everyone asked, but why were you mad that game? I'll explain when we get there.
There for a second. Chun-Li's pushing forward.
Abracadabra, yeah, it is. What's up, Isolate? Is this strat to play like Venus to dampening? Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty clear after like the first minute that they were just AFK for damn. Because look, we're actually losing mana. Obviously Cubsy, it's easy for him to drink, but it's easy for Tiki to drink as well. I have to leave my pet on the Shaman, otherwise we can just die. And then they just do so much instant damage. Like they severely out instant damage us. And they have better mobility as well.
It is deep dampening.
This is where we lost the game, by the way. We actually would have won this game, but I fucked up here. But to speak about my previous point, if you think about this matchup, Ellie Shaman and BM Hunter both don't need to cast. They can just run around the pillar the whole time. They're extremely disruptive. Whereas I need to cast bolts. I mean, I can run around a conflag, but it's not enough. It doesn't compare to the BM Hunter's damage. And then Wealthy Man's damage is significantly lower than Ellie's, which is just running around in circles, right? Because he needs a Frostbolt. So if you think about that, we're doing less DPS than them. And all of ours is casted. But this is where I lost the game. So, Cubsy got trapped, and I think Chun missed his Kobe. I think that's what happened.
Half HP at this
But
point.
instead of just pressing BM and maybe Healthstone here, I
Deep
ended up just
dampening.
tanking
It is
and pressing
deep
wall right
dampening,
here.
50% dampening.
And I got NS'd.
Chanimal
And this
uses
ends up
the
costing us the game
unending
because
resolve,
I
gets a
died
big heal there by
2 minutes
Cubsy.
later without wall.
Innervate activated by
Shadowburn,
Cubsy,
I
gonna be
fucking hate
saving a little bit
Shadowburn.
of
I
mana,
tried
but
playing
now
it war
that
games,
that's gone,
awful.
It's going to be burning
So
through
awful.
that mana very
So
quickly, and
awful.
there's triple offensive dispel from Spacestation Gaming. This is a really tense game. I mean, Cloud9, they try to push in and make something happen, and they get swatted away by Spacestation Gaming. And the longer this game goes, the BM Hunter is just so effective. The Lightning Lasso on
my
the
God.
man. They get the second ice
I
block.
didn't realize Was hosted me. Thank you,
I
Was.
think there'll be a third
Shit.
big master spell. Full fear into a full trap. Cubsy, he trinkets in desperation, but a big chaos bolt from Chanimal, activating his Dark Soul to try to get Space Station.
It's so
Gaming
weird
on
when
the
they flip the
back foot
camera.
just a
No,
little
I flipped
bit.
the camera.
Such a tense game for both these teams.
But you couldn't do it on the
Somebody's
tool they
games,
gave
right
you.
now it
That's
looks like
why.
Spacestation Gaming are
But
in
let
the
me pause and refresh, guys, to see if the quality went up. Bruh. Getting trolled. It sucks you guys lost some games, but it was a good feel for Smexon and his team to win some. Yeah, I like those guys, so happy for them. It was a good series. It was fun. I'm sure you guys enjoyed watching it as well. Like really close, and I think that's what makes WoW Arena like fun to watch, right? When it's actually close. No one likes to see a stomp. Stomps are boring as fuck, even if it involves your favorite team. You always want to see the underdog do well because spices shit up. No one liked when we were winning every game. No one liked when Method NA was winning every game. You know, we were so happy though that it worked out the way it did. But it was so fucking close. So the standings. Let me pull it up. Actually, I'll show you the standings from yesterday. Okay, so this was the standings before the games today, right? And there was a three-way tie. Okay, it was going to be C9 versus Space Station, Method NA versus Hamsters, Golden Guardians versus OTK. We don't really care who gets it. We want first, obviously, and we don't really care who's in fourth place because I think we have a good idea of what to do. But why it was scary is because if we beat Space Station, we'd be 6-1, right? Method NA we thought was going to beat Hamsters, so they'd be 6-1. And then if Golden Guardians won as well against Sea-Doo, they would be 6-1. And there would be a three-way 6-1 tie for first place with the Dueland at 4-3 at guaranteed fourth. And why that was scary is because in a three-way tie, how they determine the tiebreaker is your game record. So 17-5 means that we have 12 points. 15-4 means you have 11 points, so it's just wins versus wins minus losses. And what that would have meant is that if Method NA 3-0'd Hamsters and Hares, they would be 18-4, which means a 14 points difference for them. But that would also put pressure on us. That means we would need to do at least 3-1. We couldn't do worse than 3-1 against Space Station. Otherwise, we would jump to second and Method NA would jump up to first. We would switch places in a three-way tie. There was also another scenario in which Cloud9 and Method NA both won, but Golden Guardians lost, which is what we wanted. We wanted GG to lose because in a two-way tie, they don't look at game record. They go for the head-to-head. And because C9 beat Method NA, we would have taken first, and they would have taken second. So we wanted GG to lose in order for us to have a chance of getting first, like a better chance of getting first, right? But that also meant that we needed Space Station to lose to us. But hopefully I explained that. It's fucking confusing, man. Tiebreakers are so fucking confusing. But all of this stress just wouldn't have happened if we had just beaten GG yesterday, and then it wouldn't have mattered at all. The only reason why it was this scary is because we lost to GG yesterday. I actually want to watch those games because I didn't get to watch them. It was super fucking close. And we fucked up because we won the blind pick and then we had the counter pick every time. And we ended up losing. Oh, dude, this is so troll. Okay, so watch this, right? I'm trying to Shadow Fury around the corner right now. But every time I did, this pillar in the middle, I don't know if you guys noticed, if you play super zoomed out, this pillar in the middle has this stupid fucking, like, ledge at the top that my mouse kept on getting, like, clipped on. And my Shadow Fury kept on going up there on the roof right here, and I wasted like 3 seconds. Look at this. I casted, and it fucked up again, and it fucked up again. I wasted 3 seconds in like deep damp, because there was a goddamn stupid clickable thing on the roof of this pillar, man. And then I got Shaslight stunned.
Low here, trying to line up
I was freaking out, man.
Getting stun locked here. Now they're zapping Chanimal.
Finish.
Zapping Wealthy Man.
I should have trinketed the chastise to kill
They're
maybe.
trying to take down the seed right here.
And I got shield here, I could have reflected it.
Ironbark,
the Ironbark on the seed here.
NS,
Keeping it alive. Wealthy Man is back.
I played this so bad. Right here, I should have just... Right here, I should have reflected and feared the shaman. That was the right play. I got so lucky here, man. So fucking lucky. That Cubsy actually saved the seed. I thought we won the game at this point.
No way.
I thought this was a win right here. Because, let's go back just a bit. Right here, Gordy's running away. It was like losing. And then I think he gets recovered, right, by Cubsy? Yeah, sort of. He gets recovered. Send ward, big send ward. And then right here, it was so fat. I Infernal'd. It's down. He stuns Smexen, and if I got this Cataclysm, we would have won the game. I swear, we would have won just right here because it would have done so much damage. But then I get kicked by the Hunter.
No
I cast a Soul Rot,
No way.
and then I try to line to live, and I thought we won here. And then, do you guys remember when I wasted my wall earlier? My BM would have came back up, and I had no wall. And then right here, I fear Chun off the rake stun. I fear Chun off the rake stun.
Chanimal?
And I guess I should have just ported and tried to line, but I saw Cubsy was completely and it was so damp that I thought I would just do as much damage as possible and pray that they won the 2v2.
2v2?
I fear Tiki, I port, and then he had Trinket Fade, okay? And I saw this, but I think he was under so much pressure as well, he didn't realize this. So what I was trying to do was go for the Chaos Bolt. Oh, my BM was falling as well, by the way. This is why I'm freaking out. Look at my health drop in a sec. See? I was trying to do as much damage as I could before I died. So I went for the Chaos Bolt, went for the the Cataclysm, and I was going for the Conflag, hoping I would just kill him before he hits Fade. But, I should have just gone for it, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I would have killed him. Maybe. He had GS, though. He ended up saving himself, but I was freaking out at this point. And then Chun disengages over and kills me after the Intim trap on Cubsy. Oh my god, it's so bad. It was so bad. It was a bit of a choke, but I don't think we were ever gonna win this 2v2. I think it was completely doomed. Honestly, even if I played that perfectly at the end, I think the game was over. The BM Hunter would just 1v3 us. Legit, we would get 1v3 by the BM Hunter. Smex's face? Let's go back. Alright, I didn't see it.
No way.
The blizzard comes out. What? Is dead. And Chanimal is down.
You guys just lost some games due to Cubsy being Yeah, Holy Paladins, when they go they don't regen. So this, I actually, this is something I really like, by the way. I like that when Holy Paladins go there's no coming back. There's just no coming back. When you're either you sit down for a drink or you're not, you can't just coast and chill on Whereas every other healer in the game that goes doesn't actually stay They just float between like 1 and like 5% and just keeps their team up. Obviously not through like extremely high pressure, but that's something I really like. I think it should be like that. It's kind of fucking stupid how all the other healers just can coast at low mana. I like the Paladins are like that.
All right, let's see what
it's
they
just
decide to do
stupid
here.
that they're like that and no one else is.
Pushing in right now for some crowd control, and this is what we want to
The end of this Empyrean game switch for us, yeah, it was a bit of a throw, I think.
Mexen taking decent damage, but Tiki's just in the background free healing. He gets counterspelled, and that could
He Fernie's my he flash crossed my Fernie, it was good.
Mexen taking decent amount of damage. The Infernals have already been called in here for Chanimal. He's got a Immortal Call as well to work with here if he wants to. Shadow Fury coming out onto Smexen. Still no crowd control though onto Tiki. Tiki now actually going for the mind games full.
What the fuck am I dying to, guys? This is the thing that's so baffling. I need to get used to this, but this is the thing that's so baffling. Smexen is in a stun. Alright? He's in a stun, he has Stormkeeper up, but I'm line of sighting him. I get chastised here. Okay? I trinket the chastise stun and reflect the mind games onto Tiki. And then Smexen runs behind the pillar, so I assume I'm fine. And I
Mine
coil
gets
Chun
full
for the
traps
heal,
secured
even though it's super
for
DR.
big damage here.
And I'm just dying to the fucking pet. I'm just dying to the fucking pet and I have to port.
It looks like Chanimal is going to be able to
It's so
survive, but he's
baffling,
been
man.
pushed off of the pillar
It's
here,
so
and this is
fucking
kind of what we were
weird.
talking about. If C9 aren't
It's
pushing
so
in on
weird.
double team
You got a
alongside
Z on me?
Spacestation
I
Gaming,
know.
and not to mention,
It's
most
annoying
of
as
it
well
is
because
instant kills, whereas
there's been a change in Shadowlands where you can tame undead pets, I guess. So you can't actually sheep the BM Hunter pet. Don't you just love how well
this
I mean,
map is
BM
looking
Hunter's
way better than
always
Blackrock
been like
Hold.
that.
Blackrock Hold, they just couldn't get any damage out.
It's a
But
glyph
here
they
with
have?
the open
Oh,
field and
yeah,
the
it's kind of
toothpick
stupid.
pillars, we noticed that Chanimal and Wealthy Man are able
Moon,
to
no,
cast a
I did
lot
use
more
it.
damage. Let's
Oh, I
see
didn't
what
have it.
Spacestation Gaming can do with this.
Firefox, you're getting permabanned because yeah. Yo, Fried Eggs, what's up? This man's got no chill. Alright. It's a peekaboo clip. Alright, before we watch this one, have a drink to get ready. I have to drink to deal with the stupidity sometimes. Hope you understand.
Game 5. The Red Hunter carried the team, yo, Fried Eggs. Remember when Chan was like, oh, don't worry, we'll take him out. Didn't I tell you his ass was on the bench? And there we go. Yep. Thank you, Chanimal, for the win today and the guaranteed top 4. Couldn't have done it without him.
I swear this guy... I went to BlizzCon with this guy, and he was losing Rogue Mage Mirrors to Waz. This guy lost a Rogue Mage Mirror to Waz with Jamili, and we ended up getting tied 3rd, 4th. Fuck, that, yeah, I actually can't say anything to that man. He actually roasted me there. I actually am on the bench against him. I'm his bitch. I'm actually his bitch. Ah, can't keep Warlock into Golden Guardians. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes I'm his bitch. Sometimes he's my bitch. Okay, it happens. It just happens. It's okay. In Legion, he was my bitch, and now I'm his bitch. And for BFA 2, I was his bitch too. But you know, it's okay. You win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. The difference is you weren't a chode about it, dude. He's not being a chode about it. He's just having some fun, poking some fun at me. Like he doesn't actually. Okay, he might actually mean it. Okay, yeah, he's a bit of a moron, but we love him. Okay, it's just some friendly banter.
The Hunter, the
You're
Elemental
being such
Shaman,
a
Hunter, Holy Priest are really putting up a fight for Cloud9. They were able to beat their Mage Lock Druid and Blackrook Hold, although it was very dicey.
All right, back to this.
Final
Back to
seconds
this.
in a cross kill. Can they repeat that? Can they beat godlike Cloud9's Mage Lock?
I don't even know if I want to play this
We're
matchup more
definitely
because
gonna
I
have to
actually
wait and
don't know.
see
If we
right
should win.
now. Smexton taking a bunch of damage.
It felt good.
Having a much more
This
difficult
game,
time actually
but
running the Shadow Furies
at the
coming
same
in from
time,
Chanimal. They are getting absolutely
felt sketchy.
swarmed. Cloud9
It's just so
does
sketchy
not
'cause
wanna
you're
get
just
jammed,
randomly
but I mean,
dying a
They
lot.
know in the early
I don't
game
like
they
that.
have the advantage. Maybe Wealthy
Last
Man.
Tower's over
Wealthy
him.
Man
No, they're
getting
both like the same
incredibly low,
height.
forced to run away. That was the Iron Bar. What a close call that was. Definitely feeling the pain. Good job by Spacestation Gaming, forcing Cloud9 a little bit defensive there, but I like what Cloud9's doing in this match. They're playing a lot more aggressive. At the same time, Chanimal taking.
Wait, what even happened
but
here? Okay,
yes,
so
incredibly low.
I'm at
forced to
100%.
run
I get
away. That was the
lassoed,
Iron Bar.
and I
What a
waste the
close call
CS. I
that
can
was.
stop it.
Definitely feeling the pain.
And
Good
then
job by
Cubsy
Spacestation Gaming,
gets
forcing
Intim
Cloud9
stunned
a
right
little bit
here
defensive there, but
into a
I
trap.
like what Cloud9's doing in this match. They're playing a lot more aggressive.
No one's casted a
Same time,
single
Chanimal
ability.
taking damage. Really, Space Station Gaming's offense all over the place, just kind of going after who they can, and there's a lot of pressure out right now.
Yeah, and anytime C9 runs away, Tiki is just sitting down for some drinking takes, and he's able to.
I think this is good what I was doing, just running in there, trying to get CC. I mispositioned there for the few on the Tiki. It was so
At some
bad.
point, Cubsy's no longer gonna go for drinks.
Solus, thank you, man. Thank you. In this game, you have the face of an encounter. What does that mean? Honestly, I didn't even remember I was on the cam. What even happened here? Holy fuck. Oh my god, I would have been so sad if I just died like a noob there, man.
From this team, and it always works for them, you know. It's never like, oh, that was too greedy. It's always just the perfect amount of greed coming out of these guys, and I mean that's why they're so good at that Mage Warlock. That's why they have such a high win rate with this comp.
What did Zico say? My sound cut out there.
They're so good at that Mage Warlock. Perfect amount of greed coming out of these guys, and I mean, that's why they're so good at that Mage Warlock. That's why they have such a high win rate. And now, once again, here, pushing in, looking for some crowd control onto Smexing. Tiki doing what he can here, trying to avoid the situation. He has no Fade, he has no Shadow Word Death, and he has no Trinket. If he gets crowd control, it's going to be bad for Spacestation Gaming. So repositioning, definitely a smart move here. Cubsy looking for a restart potential.
Oh my!
They're not able to find.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck, dude? Holy shit, man. I don't know what to say. Fried eggs? 100 fucking gifted subs, man. Thank you so much, dude. That's fucking crazy, man. Okay, so our game plan in this game is basically we want to play aggressive because we know that long game it's not really that favorable for us. Like early on, we really can't die through healing because Druid healing is actually insane, guys. Druid healing is absolutely insane. So we knew we wouldn't like die early. So we're trying to play aggressive early and trying to get setups often. I was trying to help Tiki, try to help Wealthy Man get CC on Tiki a lot. I was just spam slowing him, like going for Shadow Freeze and shit so he could poly. Didn't do it as well as I could have, to be honest, but it was good enough. But
instead of trying to,
I'll be honest, the way we won this game was really, really lucky, man. Really lucky.
Force a cooldown here. Maybe they can still get it though. Chanimal,
Hop
though,
up
gets
in 2 weeks.
Getting a purge.
So right here, okay? Cubsy lands a 6 Cyclone onto Smexen, and I fear Tiki as he trinkets. This was a bit of a feed trinket by Smexen because Tiki was on full DR, and we weren't able to land any follow-up. So Smexen fucked up his trinket here.
Super low HP, trinkets out, but Tiki gets feared.
And he shears me on fear.
More onto Tiki there could be very big, but they trade out the Guardian Angel. And
but this is where we win the game.
Onto Smexen, and now Chanimal on the back.
I coil him. Remember, he was here, and he got coiled into the open, okay? So very good pathing from us.
Both of these DPS players are going to be fine.
Tiki has no Serenity charges, no Guardian, so he doesn't have much instant healing. So the next cooldown for them to use is Smexen's Wall. And right here, he goes for the Stormkeeper with his BM fading in 4 seconds, and I recognize this. So as I come into line, I CS him, and I double bolt into a comp flag, and he ends up dying.
Smexen's getting blasted on match point!
But the thing about Shamans is you can actually wall while you're kicked. So unfortunately for him, I think maybe he didn't realize his BM was falling, and that's why he died, because look at this damage. So I get 1 bolt right now. He's at, you know, like 70. He feels pretty safe. And then the bolt lands
Let's see
as his BM falls. And then the second one's already in the air.
Getting blasted on that point and absolutely shattered. Cloud9, look at that. Chanimal is just so thankful for BM.
Dude, I didn't want to fucking lose to a BM Hunter, man. I did not want to lose to a BM Hunter. Oh, it was so fortunate, man. So fortunate.